Hey folks, Brent Hardy here with Serving the Peace podcast. It's Christmas time. We're technically in the off season right now. I didn't feel comfortable bringing Josh and stuff like that and doing full show and taking him away from his family and all that. But I wanted to come before you because even though we're off, there's still a lot of stuff going on in America right now. A lot of stuff going on in the news. I just want to take a few minutes to come here by myself and talk to you guys about it a little bit. One of the things that's driving me nuts is all the allegations of voter fraud, all right? The media, and I've talked about this before, the media is driving me insane because they're not looking at it. Okay, someone comes out and they say, well, we have evidence of X, Y, and Z. And they say, well, where's the evidence? None? Oh, well, this fact is disputed. Oh, there is none. Well, you're the journalist. You're the journalist. How come you're not looking? I mean, I imagine that the news organization that comes up with evidence of voter fraud and gets those first interviews and gets those first articles out there and stuff like that and can actually prove something, they're probably going to make a lot of money and get a lot of reshares and a lot of hits and a lot of all sorts of good stuff, right? The journalist that breaks that story is probably going to get all sorts of awards. Why are they not doing it? They're not looking. Okay, now look, here's the thing. If Biden won, he won. No problem. Okay, if the American people chose him, great. Okay, I believe in the system. Do I think he was the greatest choice? Nope. I think he's super corrupt. But that's a whole different story. That's a whole different podcast, and I could break that all down after he gets sworn in or whatever. But everything's just driving me insane because here's the thing. All I want to see Republicans get their day in court. Okay, if there really is no sign of fraud or evidence of fraud or anything like that, great. Let's go to court. Rudy Giuliani will embarrass himself. President Trump will embarrass himself more, and we'll get the truth. We'll get it out there. Okay? But if there is fraud, well, that's a concern of every single American, right? So by all means, give Republicans their day in court, all right? If it really is the most secure election of all time, you have nothing to be afraid of, right? If it really is that Biden won, and that even if there was fraud, it wasn't enough to overturn the state, then you have nothing to be afraid of, right? Let them have their day in court. It's not going to hurt you. It's not going to hurt the American people. It is not dangerous rhetoric to even ask for that. Dangerous rhetoric would be covering this up. Dangerous rhetoric would be allowing fraud to exist, but not bring it to the forefront. That's what dangerous rhetoric is. That's the collapse of republics. That's the collapse of democracies. That's the rise of dictators. Okay, that's what dangerous rhetoric looks like. Okay, an open and transparent election, let them have their day in court. Now, I understand they've been trying. I understand that now a lot of people have been calling it losses for Donald Trump. It's not really a loss. Okay, sometimes they bring a case forward and the judge is like, well, I don't know if I have jurisdiction in this. Okay, because you are asking a hard thing of a judge. You're asking a judge to not only hear a case, but potentially rule in a way that's going to put him in danger. Because, face it, activists on both sides can be dangerous people. So you're talking about an individual judge who is in an appointed position who's being asked to possibly rule against the next president of the United States. He's asked to being ruled against the people of that state, allegedly. Okay, he's being asked to do a hard thing. So I don't blame judges for saying I don't have jurisdiction or for not wanting to hear the case in the first place. The Texas case kind of made a lot of sense. Okay, Texas was basically arguing that their vote was disenfranchised by states who weren't following their own laws. I think they have something there. I think they have a great argument there. Okay, the problem is you're distracting me. Sorry, folks, my wife just came in. You want to come join me really quick?
I guess, yeah.
There's a chair right here.
Well, I didn't know you were recording, so...
Still recording.
Well, sorry.
But Texas had a great argument, right? I think it's a great argument. But the Supreme Court also had a good point. Okay, they basically said, hey, Texas, you don't have standing in this matter. Okay, or at least they didn't prove that they have standing. So what that means is... Hi, babe. You can't just look at me like that and expect me not to like...
Sorry.
But what that means is if Bobby hurts Marissa...
Who's Bobby?
Just to say Bobby, okay? If Bobby hurts Marissa, okay, I am trying to sue Bobby. Well, the court's not going to listen. Why? Because I'm not the victim. Marissa's the victim. The victim needs to sue Bobby, right? Or the victim needs to press charges, right? That's how that works. So that's what the Supreme Court basically told the Texas Attorney General, told the people of Texas. They're like, well, great. You might have a great argument. You might have a great case, but you're not the right person.
Trump is the one.
Trump probably has standing in that case. The people of Pennsylvania have standing in that case. The people of Michigan have standing in that case. They could probably take that same case and the same arguments, and they could go forward and probably present that to the Supreme Court and probably win their argument. Okay, because when it all said and done, we know Pennsylvania did not follow their own laws. Michigan did not follow their own laws. Georgia did not follow their own laws. Georgia straight up got caught lying. All right, they said they had a burst pipe. There was never a burst pipe. I don't know where in Georgia they have burst pipes in November. Guys, pipes don't just burst. Okay, that's such a dumb concept. Okay, everyone believed that too. Somebody walked in and they were like, we have a burst pipe, everybody. What, are the ballots in the bathroom? Do pipes just... I used to be a plumber, guys. I used to be a plumber. Pipes don't burst anymore. Okay, pipes burst when you have really cold climates and the water inside the pipe freezes and it breaks the pipe, and then later on when that pipe thaws, boom, the water starts shooting out. Okay, that's how a pipe bursts. That's not happening in Georgia in November. That's not happening in a government conference room or anything like that. Or especially a newer building that's probably been built in the last 40 years where they have insulated pipes and they're prepared for that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, there was never a burst pipe. Okay, I could have told you that here in California, there was never a burst pipe. Okay, you'd have been better off just pulling the fire alarm. Okay, to get all those people out of there. Okay, that would have been more convincing. Oh, well, we got smoke, guys. Okay, that would have been more convincing than saying there was a burst pipe. You'd have to be pretty gullible to believe that. Okay, so we know shenanigans happen. Was it enough to overturn an election? I don't know, because Republicans haven't had their day in court. So give them their damn day in court. If it really is the most secure election of all time, you got nothing to worry about, right?
Is that really what they said?
That's what they said. Okay.
Oh, we're fools.
You got nothing to worry about, right?
We're fools.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, I mean, it's just crazy. It's driving me nuts because the media, the moment someone's come out and say, hey, we think there's voter fraud, they're like, oh, no evidence. You can't substantiate
But
that.
then...
You can't uphold that. Well, it's like, you didn't look.
But then when they think that Republicans are the ones that are doing the voting fraud, it's like, we are going to make sure that you don't win.
4 years. We put up with the Russia nonsense for 4 years. Every time a Democrat congressperson tweeted something about Russia, we didn't get a little banner at the bottom saying, this fact is disputed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Every time someone put it on Facebook, oh, this fact is disputed. Every time someone put, not my president on Facebook, we didn't get a little banner saying, here's the election results. Okay? Of course not.
Yeah.
I mean, if you honestly think we don't have a problem with freedom of speech in this country right now,
We do.
we do. Okay?
Plain
Social media is filtering out conservative voices.
Oh,
Okay? YouTube is filtering out conservative voices.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay?
absolutely.
I'm trying to grow this channel. I'm trying to grow this podcast. I'm trying to grow it. And frankly, I don't have a whole lot of hope unless I start finding new platforms to use. Because I can't trust Facebook or Google or
YouTube.
Google owns YouTube, so I can't trust these platforms to promote my content.
No, because you don't agree with them.
Well, they don't agree with me. How dare they not agree with me?
How dare you?
How dare them?
No, how dare you?
Man, shame on me for being a genius, folks.
I wouldn't say that per se.
You know
But
me
you're
too
getting
well.
there.
What did Jesus say? A prophet's not a prophet in his hometown? Alright, folks, thanks for joining us. This is my vent session. Is that what we call it? Yeah. This is my vent session. As you see, Josh isn't joining me today. Marissa joined me last second. My
Hey.
beautiful wife. By all means, reach out to us. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Instagram. You can find us here on YouTube. You can post in the comments. You can message us if you have any questions, comments. If you want to argue with me, that's fine. I'll be happy to read any letters or any emails or anything right here on the air with you guys. If you make a solid point, I'll let you have your day on our channel. Okay, no problem. All right, thanks for joining us.
Do, do, do.